A millimetre of mercury is a manometric unit of pressure, formerly defined as the extra pressure generated by a column of mercury 1 millimetre high and now defined as precisely 70021332238741500 unregistered trademark 133.3223874115 m pascals. It is denoted by the symbol mmHg. Although not an SI unit, the millimetre of mercury is still routinely used in medicine, meteorology and many other scientific fields. 1 millimetre of mercury is approximately 1 torr, or 1/760th of standard atmospheric pressure. The two units are not exactly equal. However, the difference is negligible for most practical uses. History and definition. Mercury manometers were the first accurate pressure gauges. They are less used today due to mercury's toxicity, the mercury column's sensitivity to temperature and local gravity, and the greater convenience of other instrumentation. They displayed the pressure difference between two fluids as a vertical difference between the mercury levels in two connected reservoirs. For this reason it became customary to measure pressure in millimeters of mercury. An actual mercury column reading may be converted to more fundamental units of pressure by multiplying the difference in height between two mercury levels by the density of mercury and the local gravitational acceleration. Because the density of mercury depends on temperature and surface gravity, both of which vary with local conditions, specific standard values for these two parameters were adopted. This resulted in defining a millimetre of mercury as the pressure exerted at the base of a column of mercury 1 millimetre high with a precise density of 13,595.1 kilograms per meter 3 when the acceleration due to gravity is exactly 9.80665 meters per second 2. The density 13,595.1 kilograms per meter 3 chosen for this definition is the approximate density of mercury at 0 degree Celsius, and 9.80665 meters per second 2 is standard gravity. The use of an actual column of mercury to measure pressure normally requires correction for the density of mercury at the actual temperature and a sometimes marked variation of gravity with location, and may be further corrected to take account of the density of the measured air, water or other fluid. Relation to the torr. The precision of modern transducers is often insufficient to show the difference between the torr and the millimetre of mercury, about 1 part in 7 million. Use in medicine and physiology. In medicine, pressure is still generally measured in millimeters of mercury. These measurements are in general given relative to the current atmospheric pressure, for example, a blood pressure of 120 mmHg, when the current atmospheric pressure is 760 mmHg, means 880 mmHg relative to perfect vacuum. Routine pressure measurements in medicine include blood pressure, measured with a sphygmomanometer, intraocular pressure, with a tonometer, cerebrospinal fluid pressure, intracranial pressure, intramuscular pressure, central venous pressure, pulmonary artery catheterization, mechanical ventilation. In physiology, manometric units are used to measure Starling forces. See also, inches of mercury, inch of water, pounds per square inch, bar, torr. References